Louis C.K. was on The Tonight Show to promote his latest season and told a pretty funny story about Jimmy Fallon. Louis tells a story to Jimmy about a time that Jimmy auditioned for him, which I don't think Jimmy remembered.
So then we had our meeting about who's going to be on the show, and your name came up. And all the women in the staff were like, has to be on. And me and this guy, Dino, we were both like, never him, never him. I will quit. I think I actually said I will quit the show.
What? Jimmy Fallon was auditioning for a show for the Dana Carvey Show, which only lasted for 7 episodes, but had a ton of amazing writers writing for it. Like Louis C.K., Steve Carell, Robert Smigel, Charlie Kaufman is amazing, Stephen Colbert. Yeah, so he tells a story about how Jimmy came into audition. He did a famous Jimmy Fallon bit now that he did when he was a kid, which was this troll song he would do. He used it like to write a song for troll dolls, but it was really just an excuse to do musical impressions. But one of them he does is George Michael's, who's famous for shaking his butt around a little bit, I guess, which seems to be the only thing Louis C.K. could remember about Jimmy's audition.
And then you would turn around and you'd kind of wiggle your ass a little bit, because you had, you were young and you had a tight little ass, so you wiggle your ass.
What are you talking about?
How many years in age is the difference between Louis and Jimmy?
I think that's a little bit of a trick question, because I think Jimmy Fallon does have like a magically youthful thing going on.
Louis is 7 years old.
7 years. Oh, well that's... Fallon ended up being hired by SNL in 1998, which was like 2 years later. So really, I guess he kind of did him a favor. I don't know what that... That's like becomes a joke of the show. They did him a favor. Life just pans out the way it's gonna. Yeah, so he performed this Troll Doll song on SNL, probably for his SNL audition. All those musical impressions have continued to this day. He does those amazing, like those Bruce Springsteen, Neil Diamond. He'll do these U2, Neil Young, Kearney Trong. Louis is the most honest dude I know. I love this man. I don't think you could say that about any entertainer, but I'm glad you feel that way. Okay, someone named Avlisk says these nighttime chat shows work so much better when the people have actual conversations and aren't always reading from cue cards. One would think they'd have learned from Carson, but moments like this are rare these days. Thanks for nothing, Jay. Just blame that on Jay Leno. I think it's actually like a triumph of Fallon's show that like we think that that's not a bit. Like it is a conversation. They're both good performers and it's natural and they have real rapport. But like that's definitely like a story that he got ready to come tell on the show. Like it's fun to hear that inside baseball stories. Like to hear about like, oh my gosh, they have these histories together. They've all been, banging around in the same industry. Well, just how small it is like so interesting. Do you think Louis C.K. did the right thing and Jimmy should thank him for not hiring him in the Dana Carvey show? Or is he just kind of a jealous, mean guy? Let us know in the comments below. All right, like, subscribe. See you guys later.